right, welcome back to the American Movie Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Benjamin. Hello. All right, I'm about to review Atypical, and Atypical is a very untypical show. It's streaming on Netflix right now, and it's based upon this boy named Sam, and he's a very high-functioning autistic man. He's 18 years old, so I was really just confused at the premise of this. I was not sure what it was going to be like, and I was pleasantly surprised at this because I thought it was going to be like an after-school special type deal. Like, no offense to Malcolm in the Middle, but it was just like I thought it was going to be a high school sort of just blasé series. I thought it was just going to be a little dull and bland, but that was hardly the case. I really like this show. It's got Michael Rappaport in it. I don't know if you know Michael Rappaport. He's the very tall red-haired guy. He was in Deep Blue Sea. If you saw that shark movie, he was really good in this. He's a likable dude too. And the autistic boy whose name is Sam, I didn't know this guy. His name's Keir Gersh something. Sorry, I'm butchering that name. I just can't read. Okay. So, but Keir, he did an amazing job as this highly functioning autistic man. And he's a senior in high school, and he's been sheltered his entire life, and he starts to see a therapist. And his therapist is trying to bring him out of his shell, and he was very much coddled by his family, most notably his mom. And his mom's a very complex character too, where she loves her family and her son so much, and that is pretty much the epitome of her identity. And she has a lot of weight inside of that, of her taking care of her son and her son very much being dependent upon her. And then she starts to get space in between her son, and that brings open her own complications and troubles, and she makes poor decisions. And it was the mom was okay. She was she was played really, really well because you did not like her most of the series, because she was very deceitful and very much just lied very profusely and did not focus on what was important within the show anyways. And it was a absolutely pleasant surprise at how funny this show was. The writing was hysterical, okay? I was looking online and people were saying it's displaying that it's sexist or something like that. And I was like, hold on, I'm going to pull that up because it was ridiculous. It's a comedy. It's not portraying anything in like a disproportionate way. That's just a funny comedy. That's all it is. No one's taking this as like the exact generalization of every sort of highly functioning autistic guy. And there's comic relief inside series. So like, it just seemed very, very sensitive to put it in that light. I think it's undeserved because I thought it was really, really funny. I thought it was the therapist is actually very well played too. And Sam also has a sister where there's a couple portions within the series where I was just like, oh, okay, she's kind of hamming it up or a little bit, but there's only one instance where I could think that she actually was distracting throughout the series. So this series it's pretty much this guy just coming of age and starting to go outside of the world. I would equate it to maybe the awkward middle school years. So he's a little bit, he just doesn't catch social cues, and that's just part of becoming a person. And he's a little bit slower, but he's still very high functioning. He's very, very straightforward. He very much tells the truth all of the time. So that is actually very pleasant too, because he's so blunt, and it's just, he's very short. He doesn't catch that maybe you should be a little bit more subtle on your explanations or anything like that. And he's just a very, very likable character. So Sam is really, he's really, really good in this. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was like, I thought it was going to be like a PG-13, but there's a lot of adult humor in this too. Netflix very much came to play when it came to the mature aspect of this. It was very, very enjoyable to me. And I was not sure. And it only has one series. It's just started streaming very, very recently. So you can check it on Netflix right now. I want to say it's 10 episodes. So the very first one, it's a little slow, but you start connecting very, very much with all of the characters, and you see the complexities that they're dealing with, and is very, very, it was just a great surprise. I was very, very much surprised at this show. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's a couple instances where he's like, he seeks refuge in YouTube to try and find out how to talk to girls, and it's like how to talk to hoes.com or something like that, or on YouTube, and that was just a channel. He's very, very empirical and meticulous when it comes to like his research, because he's trying to get a girlfriend. His therapist is telling him, hey, let's get you out. Let's just go out in the world and put yourself out there. And he's like, put myself out where? So that's describes exactly how straightforward he is. He doesn't catch those social cues or understand those phrases like that all of us know. Like, it's just, we don't know how we know them, but we just pick them up along the way, and he just did not catch those yet. So yeah, he's just studying on how to talk to girls, and he's putting himself out there, and he works in I think it's a software. It's like a computer store, similar to like a Best Buy, but I don't know what it's called. It's like Techtropolis. I've got it here, and Techtropolis, and yeah, it's just so funny, man. Like he progressively gets better and better and better, and he's just going about his life, and it was just a nice story that I found. There was like large buildups to really, really funny moments. Like there's I think the writing was done very well as well, just because it was like, you seemed like you were getting just like a bland thing, and then it comes out of nowhere and shocks you. And I think that is one of the most powerful points in comedy, is the shock, because you think here's A, B, C, but then it just gives you A, B, Z, man. And it's crazy. So I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this. This was Atypical, and it's got Michael Rappaport, a lot of unknown people that, well, for me anyways, I didn't recognize them. Some of them are the majority of young kids, and there's a comic relief in here that I found hilarious. I don't know his name, but he works with Sam at Techtropolis. He was hilarious in it. So feel free to check this out. If you like, I don't even know what to equate it as. It's just a very funny, shocking type of portrayal of this guy coming to age. It's just a different take on growth. That's all it is. And I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. So check it out if you'd like. It is Atypical. It's streaming right now. Thank you so much for watching. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and let me know if you're going to watch the show or not. I recommend it. It's only 10 episodes, and they're about an hour each. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. This has been Matthew Benjamin from the American Movie Podcast. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye.